Celeste Franzman was found lying in the middle of the road on August 26, 2012. The Muskingum PD had responded to multiple calls from passerbyers about Celeste. When they got to the scene, Celeste was found with multiple bruises and burns. They had rushed her to the hospital only for her to pass away 2 days later. She had just enough energy to mention the 3 names of her attackers, one of them being Katrina Culberson. Once law enforcement had found Katrina and detained her, however, she refused to talk with them and demanded for a lawyer. That is, until she found out that the other suspect, her boyfriend, had made a plea deal to snitch on her. Katrina then demanded to speak with the detectives. She decided to start the interaction by complimenting the detective that was assigned to the case, hoping she could get on his good side. But Katrina's temper gets in the way of that later on in the video.
I feel better today. I got a little sleep, huh? All right. Well, go ahead.
When I watched the news yesterday, I just wanted to know, like, it says I have charges filed on me, like, for murder, so, like, I am going to jail for this, right?
You're going to jail and trial for this, yes.
Okay,
We gave you that option, though, Katrina. I told you that he was throwing you under the bus. I did. You didn't believe me. Now look where you're at, and he's out. You know what he's doing? He's out with his baby mama, he said. Said you were just something on the side.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be the reason to tell nobody, but I will say this. I personally, hand on hand, didn't do it. Do I know? Yes, I know. But if I personally, hand on hand, do anything to that girl, no, I didn't.
Well, tell us,
and that's what I can
tell us the story.
I mean, I don't want to get in trouble, though. But, I mean, it's obvious I'm in trouble.
Sweetheart, you're already in trouble. I mean, I want to make sure you understand something here.
But I'm not the only one, though.
I know, and we know that.
And I don't want to be on death row by myself.
But see, the problem was...
Like, if I help you guys, what's it going to do? Like, is it...
I don't back you. I can't call the prosecutor and say she wants 10 years.
No, I mean, I know, I'm just saying, I don't want to go to get a shock in my arm, though. I mean, spend 30 years and I don't want that. What is the options? Can you tell me?
The options are for you to be open and honest with us. We tell the prosecutor that you are open and honest. You're willing to testify against whoever else was with you, and he will come back and tell me what he's willing to do for you for that cooperation.
Katrina was already open to being honest, which would look good on her part. The problem is that Katrina was still not being 100% honest with the detectives, and they knew that at the time because they had already gotten the whole story from the other 2 individuals that were involved.
That when it got Fonz, and Fonz beat Celeste up. Okay?
Okay.
Backseat. At this point, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving and he just kept saying, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. That's all he kept saying. I didn't know what to do. And that's the truth. I didn't know what to do. What was I supposed to do? I mean, that was my best friend, but they said that she told the police on him about something. What was I supposed to do? I didn't want to get beat up, but I didn't want him to beat her up either. And I just want you guys to know that that really was my best friend.
Okay.
And I'm up about that, but I didn't know what to do. I was scared to talk to you guys the other day. He was there. What was I supposed to do?
I believe that you had a good relationship with her. So what happens after they're beating him up? Keep going and tell us.
And he made me drive the truck. And we're sitting down, you know, I'm in his car. And somebody pulled over, so I pulled over. And this is no line. I was like, it's over with you guys. It's over with you guys. Stop. And I sat right in the front seat. And they drove her out of that truck. And that's the truth. And then that's it. Right
And
there.
then what happened?
And then they burned her on fire.
Did you see him do it?
I didn't see him do it, but I saw smoke. I mean, I was in the truck. I drove the truck.
Where did you get the gas can from?
From that truck. I don't think that they were planning on, like, burning her on fire. I really don't think that. I think that they were planning on just beating her up for her telling the police, but when it got kind of bad, I was freaking.
Did you see him get a strap out of the vehicle and do anything with...
Listen.
Was she unconscious when she got out of the truck?
They drugged her out of the truck. They drug her out of that truck by themselves.
Well, we found her with a strap around her neck. Did you see him put that on her?
Listen, I was franticing, and this is the truth. I'm sitting in the front seat of the truck like, oh my God, and I'm screaming, oh, and
I'm gonna go ahead and call, because I know that you used to go down to
No.
that road at, let me finish. How about Grandma?
No, I don't. I don't go down there. Buffy is from down there, if you ask her.
You know who else? Grandma Dolph. Am I saying that right? Grandma Dolph?
I'm not related to nobody named Dolph.
You used to go down there all the
Listen, I'm
time.
not related to nobody named Dolph, and I have no grandma down there.
Not by.
I have no grandma down there. Constantly, I'm telling you guys what is going on.
Hey, let me tell you, we've
No,
done
you
a lot
guys are,
of work in this.
you guys are,
You're, no.
no,
How about,
listen.
Katrina was getting antsy. The detectives started to explain the whole story as it was to Katrina, and that's when she starts getting belligerent. Her true self comes out when she is confronted by them, and then her story changes.
Now, I'm gonna tell you this much. Fonz and Buffy put this all on you, and it's gonna stay all on you unless you give me a truthful statement, because I can't take this to our prosecutor and get charges on fraud. I want to know the honest to God truth.
Listen, yeah, I might have knew how to get down there, yeah, but Fonson really did beat her up. I didn't beat her up.
Okay.
Fonson's the one who put
You were
fire
out of
in
the
her
car when she got caught on fire. You've got to say your part, or I can't go to the
Fonson's the
prosecutor.
one who wrapped the string around her neck, okay? Let me tell you the truth. Fonson's the one who wrapped the string around her neck, and he held it back there. He held her up against the back door of the truck, okay? This is no lie. Fons held her in the back seat of that truck, up against that door, right there. When they opened the door, I jumped out of the truck, I jumped out, they opened it up, she fell out. Fons and Buffy, Fons had her arms, Buffy had her feet, they drug her across the woods. This is all I did. I didn't light anything. I handed them the match. Listen, I handed them the gas can, because I said, Fons, what are you going to do? He said, we're going to burn that. I said, for real? And this ain't no lie. You think I'm lying to you? This ain't no lie. This is word move for move what happened. I said, for real, dog? I said, you gonna do that? He said, yeah, you think I'm playing? You're out here now. Hurry up. And I handed him the gas can, and I ran back to the truck. Buffy back up. Buffy jumped out, grabbed stuff that was dropped from around the side of the truck, put it back in the truck. It was a spark plug box, something else that fell out when they drove her out of that truck. And I'm telling you,
Okay.
the only thing I knew was where we was going, and I drove.
Okay. Now,
I think we're getting there, and you're about here. So we're starting to move it down a little bit. But you were out there when she got set on fire. You were standing right beside him. If you lit the match, it doesn't matter.
But at this point, listen, I handed them the gas can, and I jumped back in the truck and backed up for them to get into it. That's the truth. I wasn't standing beside them. I handed them, we were all three out of the truck when they drug her out.
why?
Why what?
Why'd you guys do this to her?
Why? I don't know why.
Truthfully.
Listen, I don't know
Was it because she was snitching?
I mean, that's what I've heard. Everybody said that. Listen, I have my own personal faults and beefs with Celeste. But if I was ever going to kill Celeste for real, I'd have been done did that. I did just tell you.
What are you getting mad at?
Because I'm getting mad because you're telling me that I'm lying and you're just so worried about $350 and you don't know what you're talking about because that's not the only thing Celeste has done to me. Celeste has done more than that with me before. It's been over more than $350. I'm not mad about the $350. It wasn't just me trying to kill her. I didn't just do it. No, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. That has nothing to do with any of it.
Well, let's hear it.
I thought, what do you mean? I just told you. You guys are wrong. I don't care what the world's telling you. You guys are wrong. And you're not listening to me, and it's pissing me off. When I called you up here to try to help you guys, now you're just telling me shit, I'm lying, and I do this, and I do that, and it's my plot, my plan, my thing, No, it wasn't. I think y'all's playing me a little bit.
How are we playing? You're
That's
locked
what I
up and
think.
charged with her death.
But I'm just saying, you think I would really call you up here to tell you, if I was the one to orchestrate the whole thing, you think I would call you up here to tell you, oh yeah, I did it? No! I'm trying to tell you that I'm not the main person. Yeah, I might have had the car, knew where I was going,
Hey.
but goddamn, man!
Casey, look at me. Calm down. All right? Calm down.
What?
Okay, listen. We're back on track now. Calm down.
Katrina's true colors really came through there. Good on the detective for calming her down. Now let's see what news story she tells him.
Like I told you before, we just want to make sure because, again, if I go to Mr. Haddock, that's our prosecutor, that's the one who's filed charges on you, that's the one who's going to prosecute you in our county, that's the one who's asking for these specs that you see. If I go to him and I tell him this story, and then we're not done, I mean, you know that.
When he started beating her up in that truck and she was all f***ed up the first time before we went down, I was going to say, I mean, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? What are we going to do?
You're gonna do the same thing that you guys have always done, like when little Dee beat her up, when you would smack her around, when you were in that car with her, giving her some smacks, and she waved at the county, or the Stark County Sheriff's deputy, and then Megan got in between you guys, and then Megan got busted for having that John's car with unauthorized use, and you threw a couple pops up, whether you threw them in the air or whether you threw them down. Understand that I know you. I know you well. So this thing that you have a problem with a getting beat down, we need to go past that. This thing was planned. You need to tell me who planned it. How did we get down there? That's what we need to go. We need to start
All I
right back.
said is where we could take her, but
Okay,
Barnes is
so-
the one who planned to, like, burn her and kill her.
Why?
Because she was telling the police on everybody a long time ago.
And you never talked about it
We
for
never
3
talked about
months
it, no,
for that?
because it wasn't like it was like a plot sketched out thing. It was like, yeah, we would just do that if it ever happens. Like
You know what's gonna happen if you're not right about this, and we get found
I talk
guilty?
about Celeste all the time, like, oh, I f***ing can't stand that, I just want to kill that, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people can say they've heard that from me. I've said that for 3 years.
The detectives then decide to leave Katrina alone for a bit. That's when she does this.
I'm done. I'll be back. Hello?
Then only one detective returns, and this is where Katrina realizes she is not leaving there anytime soon.
Now, you got a daughter?
Yeah,
How old is she?
5.
Where'd she live at?
Their uncle.
Do we agree, am I correct in saying this? When you picked Celeste up at McDonald's, it wasn't for a date or anything else, it was for Franz to give her a beat down. For her snitching, and for, what house was it? I said it once, was it Gilmore, for Gilmore getting busted,
Yeah.
because she snitched, and she was gonna get a beat down for that. And it was gonna be a good beat down, because snitches get stitches.
Nothing is organized about our lives, in case you haven't noticed. None of us have any organization, none of us have any stability, none of us have any foundation, none of us have no structure, nothing.
Okay.
We're just all over the place, smoking crack, getting dressed here, taking a shower there, washing up here, changing clothes over there. And it's hard to tell you, like, that's why I'm so, like... Are we done?
Do you want to be done?
Yeah, I'm cold.
Okay, we can be done. Is there anything else that you left out that's gonna help me prove that you're telling me the truth?
But you knew it was coming.
But I knew. I mean, yeah, you guys just put it on the news to trick me, to get me to fold.
Put what on the news?
I already know the whole scam. You guys put it on the news saying you charged me, so I would be like, well, Dad, I'm telling. I already know the whole scam.
No, you've been charged. There's no scam.
Katrina's boyfriend, LaFonce, and his sister Buffy, aka Monica, were both found guilty for murder. LaFonce was charged with life in prison without parole. Monica was also charged with life in prison, but she was eligible for parole after 25 years. And as for Katrina, she became confused and told them more information than they needed. She got a plea deal for 25 years for murder and 11 years for kidnapping. All this came to happen because Celeste had crawled miles through the woods with bruises, burns, and broken bones until she made it to the road and told a Good Samaritan the names of her attackers.